What's going on, homies? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling good. Thank you so much for coming back to the YouTube channel. I really appreciate you being here. In today's video, I'm gonna go over 32 of my favorite ball mastery exercises for you to do individually. These come directly from my app. As you're gonna hear, as you're gonna see, I voice record and walk you through every single exercise. So I'm in your ears, coaching you through every single movement. All you have to do is take these exercises and implement them right away into your training, and I promise you, you will improve as a footballer. As you're gonna see in there, you can do about 1 to 4 sets of each exercise for about 30 seconds to 2 minutes. As I always say, I recommend starting off with 30 seconds, really just grooving the movement, really feeling the fluidity of the movement, really getting your technique down, and then once you have that down, you can go for 30 to 60 seconds at a full high intensity game speed. That means you need to really challenge yourself. It should be hard. You should be breathing hard. When you do these to your fullest intent at maximum intensity, you will improve and you will get better. As I always talk about, take the exercises, do them consistently, day after day, and I promise you, you will improve a lot technically over the next couple months, over the next couple years, as long as you fully commit and you work hard every single day, you will improve technically. Enjoy the video. So per usual, I'm gonna walk you through all 32 of these exercises. As you see, we first go into turns. So all you're gonna do to set up with this is you can use a line like I use and then take about 10 to 15 steps, place a cone down, and then you're gonna be working in between these two markers. So as you saw there, we started with a left-footed CRUYFF, we moved on to a right-footed CRUYFF, and then we move on to an alternating CRUYFF. So as you see here, major component is the plant. So with all these turns, you gotta make sure to plant well with one foot, and then obviously with the other foot, you're doing the turn. So as you see here, we naturally moved into an L turn. So all you're gonna do is pull that ball into you aggressively, take a touch behind with the inside part of the foot near the big toe region, almost the exact same thing, exact same part of the foot we use for the CRUYFF, and then you just pull that ball in, touch it behind. Then we move into an outside cut. Actually just did these today myself. Actually did all these turns today. So all you want to do is be very aggressive. So the key here is to be very aggressive, get fully around that ball, use the outside part of your foot and the middle part of the foot to chop that ball away. Then we move into a pull away using the left foot only. So you're pulling that ball into your body aggressively, and then you can take an outside touch away. As I always say, we start slowly for about 30 seconds, really get our movement down, get the technique, work with the right part of the foot, and then we start to get aggressive and start to move at game speed. But as I always say, most important thing is technique. We do not want to sacrifice technique for our speed. We naturally move into pull to inside. So you're pulling that ball again into your body, but then you're opening your hips instead of closing off your hips like we did in the pull away. You're opening and then immediately using the inside part of the foot. So only difference here is the inside as opposed to the outside of the foot. Then we move into some pullbacks. So we're using the sole part of the foot, the bottom part of the foot, near the big toe region, near our toe box. And when you're doing these drills with the sole, you got to make sure to feel the ground you're working with, because sometimes if it's wet or you're on a different surface, you're using new shoes, you just got to feel out your sole. And then we move into our scattered cone dribbling drill. As many of you may know from our boy Matt Sheldon, Become Elite, he calls it the Ronaldinho drill. But all you have to do is take about 15 to 25 markers and just scatter them around about a 10 by 10 box. So I like to put shoes around it to mark out my 10 by 10 box, and then I scatter the cones in the middle. So very, very simple. You're just going to work with many patterns. I start with the right foot, move into the left foot. Here I'm working 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. And as always, start slowly. Maybe the first couple sets, first couple rounds, you just work slowly to really get your rhythm, and then you start to go at game speed. So your objective in the beginning is not to hit the cones, and then once you feel comfortable, your goal is to go so fast that sometimes you may hit the cones, and if you do, no problem at all. You just pick that ball up and you keep on going, just like you would do in a game if you made a mistake. Then we naturally move into insides only. So as you see, body's over the ball, knees are slightly bent, remaining strong and stable, and just using the insides of our feet. Then we move on to the sole using the left foot only. This is really going to burn that right calf of yours. So make sure you're poppy and bouncy on that other foot. And then you're just using the sole part of your foot under the toes, under the toe box to roll that ball and manipulate that ball around the cones. Then we naturally move into toe taps. We're going forward, we're going backwards, we're going sideways. Really coordinating the arms with the feet. As always, we're alternating our arms with our legs, and we're on top of that ball the entire time. Like I said, those are really going to burn your calves. Then we move into outsides only, so using the outsides of our feet only to move in and around these cones. As you see, just like those outside turns, you have to move in and around the ball with the outside part of your foot. Then we move into some line dribbling. So we did turns, we did scattered cone. Now we're doing line dribbling, really to get a nice feel for the ball. So here we're just working a forwards and backwards foundation. Another one that's really gonna burn the calves. You're just over that ball the entire time. Insides of your feet, foundationing that ball. Then we're moving into some forwards and backwards toe taps. So on top of that ball the entire time, knees are slightly bent. We're on our soles, using the soles the entire time. Then naturally moving into an inside-outside using the left foot. I feel like Messi doing this. I'm just kidding. Don't get some hate in the comments. So all you're doing is taking those small touches, getting as many touches as you can using the outside and the inside part of your foot. Once you have it down, once you feel comfortable, you can start getting your head up. But as I was working on grass that wasn't the greatest, and I was just getting back into technique, after my off season, I was really just focused on getting a feel for the ball. A lot of these, quote, ball mastery exercises I do are just really good to get a feel for the ball and just become more confident with the ball at your feet. You might not think they're the most game realistic, but the main goal is to just make yourself comfortable on the ball and just have fun with it. And when you can use different surfaces to manipulate the ball, you're automatically going to become calmer and more comfortable. And then we finish off with some outside touches. Homie, thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. If you liked the video, please smash that like button. Please make sure you recommend this to friends, you recommend this to family who play footy, who are trying to improve technically and get more confident and comfortable with the ball at their feet. If you want, get yourself on the RicFit Academy app, 7-day free trial. Click the link below. You can get on there. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Stay safe, stay healthy. Deuces.